Hi, this is Casey again. This time I'm collecting controllers for the Nintendo 64. I believe that Nintendo made a big mistake with this controller, as it was a very large departure from their Super NES model. This controller itself is quite well made. It's very durable. The thumbstick is a little bit chintzy and one trigger on the bottom. For playing first-person shooters, sometimes to strafe, you would actually have to move your arms back here to move left and right, and then switch on the fly as you were playing. I do think this controller works best for 2D games, like Kirby and the Crystal Shards here, or Disney's Tarzan, I believe, is a prime example of what can be done for this system, and this is a hidden gem right here. Moving those aside, we go to the Superpad 64 Plus. This, you can scroll back and forth, or scrape back and forth really easy with this. The analog stick here feels a little more precise. The buttons here feel a little bit chintzier, and then this Z trigger is way down here. This controller, I think it fits really well, not so much for the 2D as this directional pad isn't very good, but it's great for Doom 64, and I recommend playing this game with this controller. Which moves us to the Arcade Shark. This is Nintendo 64's arcade stick. It's a very cool unit right here. I like playing arcade games such as Asteroids with it. What's really cool about it is, here is your D-pad, or you could unscrew this and put it in here for the analog stick. It does have a spot up here where you can plug in your rumble pack or your memory card. And this is a very solid controller, and it feels very well. Also great for fighting games like Killer Instinct or most games. This arcade stick, even though it's rare, it'll probably cost about $10 to $20 on eBay. I picked this up for $10, no problem. So that's an excellent choice. Which then we move to my favorite controller. This is the Hori Mini. This is modeled after the GameCube controller, and this feels very, very well, with left and right buttons up here and Z buttons for firing. This is the best feeling of all the Nintendo 64 controllers, and this thing is rare and probably cost over $100. I pretty much like playing any other game with this controller, any other game. It comes in a variety of different models. This one has two colors. Don't be surprised if you only find this used, as it's so rare. I have never seen one on eBay new. But even used, they usually don't have that much wear, as most people didn't play the Nintendo 64 all that much. Especially not with a really expensive controller like this. This analog stick is the best one for the 64, and this controller is great to use. So if you're into collecting for the Nintendo 64, you should probably own each of these controllers. They all add something else to the gameplay, and happy collecting.